think I started sailing snipes in 1991. We had a U.S.-Japan Goodwill Regatta and College Sailing Regatta, and I crewed for Alex Komet. They had the best parties, Vince. You know, they had the best fleet for small boat sailing at the time, and they definitely had the most fun on the Mission Bay, and it was just a fun fleet and a competitive fleet, so it made sense to go and start sailing snipes. But there's a lot of sharing that goes on with information, and the nice thing is that if you can get your local fleet or your country to go faster, and if your whole country's pushing you harder and you're pushing them harder, then when you get on the international scene, everybody's going to benefit. And that's one thing that's worked over 10 years of being in the snipe class, is that as we pushed everybody to go harder. It used to be you could practice for nationals, it's only 2 weeks of training, but now you need more than 2 weeks of training to go fast at nationals or worlds. To be, a lot of guys in Miami are practicing at least 1 or 2 weekends a month to make sure that they're on speed with the international pace. And as over 10 years, by sharing information, the whole fleet and the whole country has gotten faster, and our results as a country have been better. Racing against Augie's a lot of fun. He's always real competitive, and he's always got a good attitude. It's always fun to watch him work on his boat and make sure that absolutely everything's perfect. And we actually got a chance to trade boats yesterday, and his boat everything was in immaculate condition, and he got into ours, and it was a disaster. And we have a lot of maintenance work to go, but it's always fun to sail against Augie. You find that most sailors, they like to test and tinker, and they like to try stuff and see what works. We're all, in some respect, amateur aerodynamicists, and how can we try to go faster and tune stuff? And the neat thing that we can make different sails and different hulls and different masts is that we can accommodate a wider weight range of sailors, and so we have a larger appeal to a larger set of people. Where some of the classes that have one set of sails and one kind of mast, if you're light, you're going to go fast in light air. If you're heavy, you're going to go fast in heavy air. Where we can change things around so the fat people can go faster in light air and the little people can go fast in the breeze. And so it makes it more competitive on a wide range of people and conditions, and that makes the class that much stronger. I think what's been surprising is that there's only so many sail shapes that go fast, and I think the class has gravitated towards several, maybe 3 different sail shapes that they've gravitated towards to make the boat go fast. And as we go through this week, I think everybody's tuning will start to look more similar to match the conditions that you'll see on the race course. So in the end, it comes down to how well the person's sailing and what their technique is in the boat, not just the sails. The sails are obviously a really important part, but there's certain shapes that are going to be better on this race course, and people gravitate towards that. Everybody's definitely having fun and enjoying their camaraderie stuff, so there's not as much stress in the parking lot this week because the regatta hasn't started yet. But compared to the Nationals, there's a little more stress and a little more effort spent, and the amount of tuning hours that have been put in this week, and definitely a little more intensity in the parking lot. To win the Star Worlds was extremely difficult. You had to be confident in your speed. You had to be fast in your speed. You had to have the ability and the luck to get off the starting line and not to have someone tack on you on the first beat and take out your lane if you were behind. So there's a little bit of luck and a little bit of ability there, and it's definitely a difficult thing. You have to be going fast, you have to find the right way, and pretty much everything has to be going your way for the 11 races, or I forget how many races we have, but 11 races that you have, everything has to be going your way. So it's pretty darn difficult. The Star Worlds was phenomenal regatta. It's an amazing event. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Really excited for the Snipe Worlds. It's at my home club. I got to sleep in my own bed. Didn't even have to move my snipe to the regatta. I'm really happy to be sailing in San Diego, and we've tried to put a bit of time in and try to lose a little weight from the Star Worlds to Snipe Worlds, and probably didn't lose all we wanted to, but it's pretty exciting to have all your friends from around the world come to your home club. It's pretty excited this week, and hopefully we'll get top 10. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the most fun we've probably ever had in a snipe could be sailing juniors, seniors nationals and crewing for 10-year-old Cameron Beal. And there was probably about 3 hours on the lake where there was absolutely no wind. And the photo that appeared in the newspaper the next day was a photo of all the boats drifting on the lake, and there was no one in our boat because we were out swimming and capsizing other boats and throwing water balloons and shooting off squirt guns, and it might have been one of the more fun times in a snipe.